Let's evaluate these sums. This is a sigma symbol, and it's an adding machine. We start at the bottom number 0, and we stop at 3. How does this work? We have 2n. 2 times n, which begins at 0. So we have 2 times 0, plus 2 times the next number. What's after 0? We have 1. And what's after 1? We have 2. And what's after 2? We have 3. But we stop here because 3 is the endpoint. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6. We have 6 plus 6 is 12. We'll evaluate these sums by hand, but note that there is a sigma button on your graphing calculator. So the sum is 3 times 2 minus 2 plus the next term, which is 3 times 3 minus 2. We count up from 2 because 2 is the starting point and 5 is the end point. Plus 3 times 4 minus 2 plus, finally, 3 times 5 minus 2, and we stop here. So we have 3 times 2 is 6 minus 2 is 4, plus 3 times 3 is 9 minus 2 is 7, plus 3 times 4 is 12 minus 2 is 10, plus 3 times 5 is 15 minus 2 is 13. We have 11 plus 10 is 21 plus 13 is 34. Finally, we start at 1 here and end quickly at 2 here. So we copy in 1 and replace the variable. In this case, we're dealing with r's. So we have 1 over 3 times 1 minus 1 plus, we have the next number is 2. 2 over 3 times 2 minus 1. And that's it. We reach the end. There's only 2 terms. Note that this number minus this number plus 1 is the number of terms. 2 minus 1 is 1, plus 1, there's 2 terms. Here we have 5 and 2. 5 minus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Let's evaluate this. What is 1 over 3 minus 1 is 2, plus 2 over 6 minus 1 is 5. The final answer is 9 over 10. Let's try this challenge question. We're given 2 sums, and based off this, we're trying to find S20, the sum of the first 20 terms of this arithmetic series. Recall the sum formula. Sn equals n over 2, 2t1 plus n minus 1 d. Now here we're given that n equals 2, and we have S2 equals 19. So 19 equals 2 over 2, 2t1 plus 2 minus 1 d. Let's simplify this equation. 19 equals 1 times something is just itself. 2t1 plus 1d, or just d. We'll call this equation number 1. Now let's focus on n equals 4. We have 50 equals n, which is 4 over 2, 2t1 plus n, which is 4 minus 1d. Let's simplify. 50 equals 2 times 2t1 plus 3d, or 50 equals 4t1 plus 6d. using distribution. We'll call this equation number 2. Given two equations and two unknowns, t and d, we should be able to solve for these two unknown variables. Let's multiply equation number 1 by 2. We have 38 equals 4t1 plus 2d. Let's copy over equation number 2 to the left. 50 equals 4t1 plus 6d. We now subtract bottom minus top. We have 12 equals 4t1 minus 4t1 cancels out. 6d minus 2d is 4d. Dividing both sides by 4, we have d equals 3. Now let's substitute this fact into equation number 1. 19 equals 2 t1 plus d, which is 3. So 2t1 equals 19 minus 3, which is 16. Dividing both sides by 2, we have t1 equals 8. We now have enough information to solve S20. The sum of the first 20 terms is n over 2 times 2t1, which happens to be 8, plus n minus 1, remember that n is 20, d, and d happens to be 3. Using a calculator, we get 730.